I think that 80's night was a little bit of a disappointment.
It was a little bit of a bust.
But we assume that it's hard for 80's to be anything
but sort of hokey. It was very Party City feel.
Exactly.
It was very like, we went to Party City and we're doing 80's. And it's like, but the 80's, there was so much more. There was like, I don't know, whatever. We have to start off with, and Kitty joins us. He loves Dancing with the Stars. He watches with us every week.
Yes, he does.
We have to start off with the awful apology.
Oh my god.
That Tyra gave, which was just atrocious and hideous. And she had 3 costume changes, which is just... I have no words anymore for the Tyra debacle.
I liked her second. The second dress is the only thing I've liked that she's
worn ever on the show.
The
second dress was actually really pretty, and then she had to change it to that. I know she was doing like a tribute or whatever, but
it was green outfit was not good.
It wasn't good.
Because now we have to talk about the outfits because it's turned into a fashion show.
Yeah,
it's Tyra Banks' fashion show with a little bit of dancing.
Yeah. But so basically,
sorry, now we're just talking shit on Tyra to talk shit. I'm just, okay, sorry.
So first off, Justina and Sasha. We love Justina and Sasha.
Love her.
I loved the choreography. I thought she kept up. Our problem with Justina is we feel like she started here, which was a really good place to start, and then she hasn't gotten better, and everybody else started pretty low. She was actually one of the better dancers. And now everybody's starting to get really good, and she hasn't really grown, so she cannot rely on that. She really has to step it up. Yeah. But I think she's up to the challenge, so I think that this was her sort of like throwaway dance.
Yeah, I love watching her, but I'm thinking that next week will be hopefully almost like a breakout.
Yeah,
because she hasn't had a breakout really yet.
She hasn't had a breakout. She's coasting. Yeah, I would have given it I honestly would have given it a 9, but she got 8s. I think because of those reasons.
I loved the dance. Like, if I was just judging the dance and not, like, her in comparison to
other weeks
or whatever, I loved it.
Yeah, I did too. I really liked it. Next is Jesse and Sharna. Jesse did go home today. We were hoping that he would have gone through at least one more week. Like, you know, it was between Jesse and Vernon stayed. Vernon to me is just sort of boring.
But all 3 judges, so we must be missing something because I'm so blinded by Sharna, and I'm not like the biggest fan of Peta. So maybe Vernon was doing better than Jesse,
and we just are blind to it.
That's a real thing. But man, I just wanted one more. I just wanted him to go out on a good dance, you know?
Yeah, and it wasn't really that good. Even the choreo wasn't good, and I was like, Sharna, you're better than that. Chriselle and Gleb, they did a cha-cha. She messed up a little bit on the choreography, but I liked the choreography, which is hit or miss with Gleb for me, totally. Her personality is there. She's so cute, but there was no content. There was no content in the dance. What is this? Like, Gleb always does this bullshit.
Gleb does.
He always does this bullshit. And also, I feel like Chriselle
never follows the rules.
He never follows the rules. And I feel like Chriselle is very, like, stiff with Gleb. Like, I don't feel like she feels comfortable dancing with him. So, she needs to get past that.
Yeah, I agree.
But she's beautiful. And I think she's doing a good job. Just, she's
fun. She's fun to watch.
Get to the next level.
Jeannie and Brandon did the jazz. I hated the dance. There was no energy. It felt safe. I said it deserved a 5, but I said the judges would probably give them a 7, but they all gave them an 8. And
I'm just not impressed with it at all. I don't know.
I'm not impressed with Brandon's choreography. I'm not impressed with Brandon.
I thought she was stumbling. I felt like she was stumbling all over the place, but it was simple. It was slow. I think that, to be fair, I think it was really hard to choreograph
to this
ballroom dances to 80's music because it's very like bump, 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 and like, I don't know. Monica and Val. Monica brought it again. I'm
excited. And then she wasn't in the bottom. She wasn't in the bottom 2. She was somewhere.
She's really improved. I loved her energy. I feel like she bounces really well from genre to genre. I feel like a lot of these contestants, you know, to them it's like, okay, as long as I'm smiling, like, that means I'm performing, but that's not what it means. And I feel like Monica very subtly changes into that. So I loved it. I'm digging Val's choreography this season, so that's really exciting.
Yes, I loved his choreography, but I felt like she was like, my only complaint was that it felt like she was breathing weird.
Oh yeah.
I felt like she was like holding her breath and then like and then I don't know, and then being like, she was taking deep breaths.
She was taking really
but
deep
it just made
breaths,
the dance feel weird.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get it. We gave it an 8. It got 2 9s and an 8. So we were close there.
But she's improved. I'm happy that
really
she's
improved.
Yeah.
And I love her and Val's little relationship.
Because I was like, I don't think she's ever gonna not have like her like choppy arms. But she's actually doing a really good job. I'm really proud of her, and I did vote for her 5 times.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yay. AJ and Cheryl.
They did the
yeah, I think AJ's really coming together. Like, he's consistently getting better every week. I actually really liked the choreography. I loved the dance. I thought AJ did a pretty good job. He still does have very like stiff shoulders, but
I love the dance too, and I loved the aesthetic. Like overall, I thought that was the best.
Like 80's aesthetic, because everything else was like jazzercise.
Yeah, and this was like this beautiful like nighttime prom. You know, and I just really liked that. I thought that was cute. So
yeah, that was cool.
Good job, Cheryl, because we
hit or miss with her sometimes.
Yeah.
Sky,
and right after AJ and Cheryl, she had a costume change, and I wrote stop. Oh my goodness, I cannot with
it's
this
just
costume
too
change.
much.
Sky and Alan, you know what I say every single week. I can't. She looks like a talented child.
Yeah.
They did jazz. I didn't think it was good.
I didn't even like the choreo.
I didn't even like the choreo. I was
most of the choreography.
Yeah. I said I think it deserved a 6, but the judges gave it an 8. But
I thought it was boring.
I thought there was no energy. I was really disappointed in Alan. No, it was not a good dance.
And I feel like they give her. I feel like they're really easy on her scoring wise.
They literally
like she got a 10
her
last week. Like, no, that was not a 10 performance.
But they talk to her like a child too.
Yeah.
They're like, oh honey.
Yeah.
Oh honey, it's
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh sweetie pie. Or,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird to me.
Vernon and Peta. Vernon was in the bottom 2. He got saved. He did a tango. He messed up the footwork 1,000 times. It was boring. It was flat-footed.
Yeah.
I predict he'll go home next week.
I hope so.
And I hope so. I mean, he seems like a nice dude, but he's just sort of boring to watch. And I don't really like Peta.
Yeah, I just said, sorry dude, I didn't like it, messed up, I feel bad, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, and like you said, there's just something for me that's missing from his performance.
And it's missed every single. I've never
and
seen
I
it,
can
so
forgive if I'm entertained. I mean, classic like Bobby Bones. It was hard because he definitely wasn't technically the best, but he was so fun to watch.
Exactly. It's like, where do you draw that line? You know what I mean? Between the entertainment and the technique.
Yeah. We said 6. They gave him a 7. Caitlin and Artem did a tango. Not my favorite. I just felt like she could have. Yeah, there was no character. She could have done so many cute things and quirky, like, she could have even given like a wink or like a face or something, and it just the whole time was just like.
Yeah, there was no character, and her costume was literally character driven, and the choreography was character driven, and the set was character driven. So it just felt like, why was there no character? I don't know. And like, especially for dances like that, that's a component that I think you need to be judged on, because that's part of the dance, is the acting of it, and the acting was not good to me.
I agree.
The technique is there. She probably has the best technique out of anybody.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like she's came out of her shell. I don't feel like she's ever gonna come out of her shell.
I feel like it's been every single week. I know what to expect
from her.
I know that it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But I would be. But yeah, I want to be surprised. So.
Yeah.
We'll see if she gets there.
She got 9s.
We said she'll get 9s, and she got 9s.
Yeah.
Nelly and Daniela did a samba, and samba's not really.
But I loved it.
Yeah. I thought it was fun. I love watching Nelly. I think he's really fun to watch.
He's bouncy. He's easy.
Yeah. It's flat-footed.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of fun watching him. So his technique isn't, and it's fun to watch him in different ways every single time. Like with Justina, you know how it's kind of been the same amount of fun every time. With Nelly, it's always like there's always.
He brought the samba fun, and then he brought the.
Exactly. So I do appreciate that about him. I wouldn't mind. I'm excited to see him for another week.
Johnny and Britt.
Oh man.
I did think that this was the best dance he's ever done.
I agree.
I felt like he was more comfortable. He was more fluid. The choreography was like not my favorite, but it wasn't like awful. I'm
just so sad because like I really thought he was gonna come in guns a-blazing and amazing, and I was so wrong.
Yeah. And he's such an amazing figure skater, obviously.
Well, yeah, so, and that's what's so crazy is you see him on the ice and you're like, damn, but like that's just what it is. Yeah. He has that technique and all that, like so down packed. That's like literally that's him, who he is.
Exactly.
In his DNA, like to come around and like not have those skates on, I'm sure
it's tough.
It really is almost harder than unlearning something is harder than learning something.
I agree.
To break a habit, forget about it.
Yeah.
Why didn't we see that?
Because other figure skaters have been good.
That's true. Adam was good.
You know, so...
yeah, you're right.
Anyway, I mean, the judges like him. He got 2 10s.
Okay, but he never like looks up.
Oh yeah,
like he's never looking up. He's always looking. His head is always like down, and his eyes are always down. And even when his head's up, his eyes are always down. And for some reason, like I don't know, like look up. I just want to like see your face, you know.
Sure. But with that being said, this was his best dance of the night. I mean, this was his best dance of his.
It was his best dance.
Yeah, it was his best dance. The best dance of the night was Neve and Jenna.
I love him.
There was not a single bad thing about it to me. I loved it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was quirky. It was perfect. I don't care what Carrie Ann and Arbor said.
Judges thought different.
I don't care what they said. I thought it was an amazing dance. I thought he killed it. I thought it was the best choreography, the best costume, the best personality, the most technique, the sharpest. I loved it. I thought it was perfect. The best way to end the night. 80's night. I hope they don't do it again. I think it's just too hard to pick. Stuff that just flows with ballroom. It was a little Party City, a little hokey, but I can get past it if we can, get some real raw moments starting to come in here.
I agree.
And some real raw dances. I've yet to really, really feel like, I don't know, somebody's soul in a dance. And that's when I really fall in love with the show. And that's the reason why I love that show, is because we've seen that so many times on the show before. And it's like an amazing thing to like see somebody like, be touched by dance who's like not a dancer. So, So Jessie went home tonight, expected but not wanted.
Yeah.
And I predict Vernon's gonna go home next week.
Yeah, the bottom 3 this week I was like, this is probably gonna be who the bottom 3 are, and I was really hoping the judges would send Vernon home, just because I personally love Sharna so much that I would rather see Sharna. I would just want to see Sharna for one more week at least, because I'm going to miss her. Yeah, and she always does really fun Halloween dances. Exactly.
Halloween is still a couple weeks away. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this recap of Dancing with the Stars. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like and share this video. And tune in every Thursday morning for Eggs and Bakey.